I'm living in image, knowing that this is just the starting point of what God has to do in my life and in RCF Unimed as well. Like I really want to look back in the next few years and say that, oh yes, I attended RCF Unimed Ondo. So yes.
Good day, ma. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Aregbe Fifehanmi Favor. I'm a 500 level student in the Department of Food Science and Technology.
All right. So, which unit do you serve in, or what post do you serve in RCF Unit?
I'm privileged to serve as the General Secretary of RCF Unimed.
Okay. So, our first question for today: what did you know about RCF before you joined, and what was that thing that surprised you most when you got inside fellowship?
So I didn't really know much. I mean, I was a fresher, so just a lecturer coming to meet us and was like, "Oh, we are looking for where we can fellowship," and it's like, "Is RCF Unimed? They just started." I was like, "Okay, good and fine." I was like, "Okay, there are other fellowships, and maybe to be fine, I'll be able to mingle." And then we got there, and the first thing that shocked me was the bench. So like it was, I could not even look around first because that day was very hectic. So when I first saw the bench, I was just like, oh more, this is a church. But then instead, we were using an uncompleted building then. So it was like what I ordered versus what I got. I was not expecting that at all, and we're not much. It was the freshers, like I was another evidence, so it was with the freshers that even came to the church that day that even boosted the attendance of the church for the day. And it was like I was like, Omo, if you don't come to church for your Sunday, how many people want to be here? They will not be able to tell. So yeah,
So, thank God for growth.
thank God.
So, our next question is: how has RCF Unimed grown or changed during your years here, in your own observation?
In my own observation, RCF Unimed, we've changed in terms of our work with God. I
Mm,
can remember when I was still a fresher, then it was just everybody was still trying to like manage everything was just like patch. There was only one person that would sing and the whole service would be like,
special drum.
oh. But now we have more people willing to stay, we have more people willing to serve. God has really helped touch the hearts of many people. Yeah.
With the small beginning of the fellowship, what was that thing you saw in the fellowship that made you stay? Because most of the time people we come to a fellowship where there are only like 10 members, and it was not type of service they were expecting. Most Yeah, most people came from churches with almost 1,000 members to now coming to a fellowship with 10 members. So what was that thing you saw in Unimed that made you stay, that made you commit to the fellowship?
Okay, thank you very much. So there are a lot of things I saw actually, because on getting there, it was not a place where you can say, "Oh, I'm going to church because my church is fine," or "I'm going to church because there are plenty of people in the church." No, one of the things I saw was the fact that everybody there, we were connected. As little as we were ready and we're willing to serve. We're willing to stay with God regardless of our situation, because we had a lot of challenges. We're moving from this venue to this venue to this venue to this venue, and it was a lot. Also, um, I would say God spoke to me about the possibilities, like the things that He has installed for RCF in Imed, and I was like, no, I'm not going to miss out on this. I can't say that because of what I'm seeing now, I will just miss out on it. So yeah, those were the things that made me stay.
all right. So, our next question now is: as the Gen Sec that you said you are the Gen Sec, you serve as the Gen Sec. So, what did leadership teach? And you've also once served as the music director of the church. So, yes, what did leadership teach you that followership never could, or followership could not have taught you that particular thing?
Okay, so it has taught me a lot of things, actually. A lot of things. Number one, dealing with disappointment. I'm a kind of person that God, I expect a lot. Like, when you are planning something and the vision you have for that thing is so high, and then at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
what happened is not even close to it. I'm like, okay, as long as the name of the Lord was glorified, all is well. And I also learned to be able to deal with people, because I had, yes, I had very, very low communication skills. I I was able to build patience, like in dealing with people. Yes, so those are the things that taught me, and many more, many more.
All right. Okay, so what is the hardest decision you ever had to make as a leader?
The
Hmm.
hardest decision I ever had to make, coming to terms with something that I did not expect at all. Like, it was a personal decision for me. Like, something happened in the fellowship, and I was like, no, this thing is not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. And then everyone was like, oh, this, that. So that was a very, very hard decision for me, because I really wanted to I really wanted to stand against that thing, and I was like, God, well, thank God, thank God.
All right. Thank you, Ma. So, our next question for you: were there leadership failures, whether yours or from other leaders around you, that became some of your greatest lessons?
Hmm, leadership failures.
Yeah, leadership failures. Yours or, other people.
I can't say for others, but for me, it was the fact that I I was not living up to the expectation that, like, I was not doing that which was expected of me, like, at a point. And it was because I had to compromise on some things, like the size of the fellowship, or the capacity, or maybe my time and my busy schedule with school and everything. So yes, that was it.
So, what lessons did that give you, or
Well,
what did you learn from that?
from being the music director, I learned how to create balance. I learned how to create balance. I had to be able to, like, keep this and hold on to this responsibility and hold on to this responsibility without letting my responsibility as the music director to, like, be lacking. Yes, I had to learn balance. And as the general secretary, God, I learned plenty things. I learned a lot of things. So another thing I learned about being the general secretary is sometimes I don't always have to be there. There are some things that, I just need to, like, do this or do that, or like say to this person or say to that
Like
person.
delegate.
Yes, like delegate, yes. Because then I used to like doing everything by myself. So yes, I had to learn to be able to give somebody that space of doing that thing without having to try and interfere, or push it, or yeah. So yes, that was it.
Alright. So if you had the opportunity to choose again between the general secretary or the music director, what position would you have chosen and why?
Oh, oh,
Hot seats.
hot seat. I've never really thought of it, actually. I chose. Okay, I've never really thought of it before. Yeah, I've not thought of it before. But
Say Jensek. Say Jensek.
I've never really thought of it before, and either one is actually okay by me.
Mm.
And do both well,
Yes,
regardless.
yes,
Capacity woman. Oh,
But would there likely to be a little bit change here, a little bit change
Yeah, there are going
there?
to be a lot of changes. There's
Mm.
definitely going to be a lot of changes because the RCF really made that was like I mean like 3 years ago when I just became the music director is not the same RCF that we are right now. So
Mm.
yes, yeah, going to be a lot of changes and improvement as well.
All right. Okay. So, how does your Christian faith shape the way you lead?
How does my Christian faith yeah, so yes, um as a Christian there are some values, morals, principles and beliefs that definitely would that you would have as a Christian, and that would and there's one thing someone once told me, like if you want to lead someone, it has to be something that you carry. Like you can't tell someone to do a particular thing you yourself don't have in you. So those belief systems, those morals, those values I have as a Christian are the things that help me in leading the people in terms of discipline, in terms of building up yourself, spiritual growth and the likes. Yeah.
it's a popular saying, yes, in the body of Christ, that you must have a secret place to
Yes.
be an effective leader.
Yes.
So, what is your take on that?
It is very much necessary. It is very much necessary because even as a leader, you are okay. Let me use as the music director as an example now. As a music director, being a leader is more than just having the skill, having the talent or whatever. Your spiritual life as a leader would definitely impact the people you are bringing up because it's one thing to have a skill and it's one thing for your skill to glorify God and not your flesh. So if they see me as their leader, using my own skill, using my own talent, using my knowledge in music to glorify God, definitely the people I'm leading would want to follow in my footsteps.
All right. So, our next question: Did you
Hmm.
did you ever feel like an outsider in school, in your fellowship, in your department? Did you ever feel like an outsider at any point?
Yes, so and several times, several times.
Please give us the details.
Okay, so in the fellowship, I won't really say I felt like an outsider per se, but I remember coming back in 200 level. I resumed late. Yes, I resumed late, and then you know that thing of you just started seeing new faces, and everyone was just looking.
Oh,
So I was like,
really?
"Ah, who are these people? What's going on here?" Because the RCF that I started with was just few ladies as the main members of the fellowship then, and then when new members started coming in, I felt like Omo, this is a lot, like a lot of things felt so awkward. I was not as expressive as I used to until I was able to like get my able to mingle with others and have a good relationship with others before the whole outsider syndrome came down.
We got about in school and
Ah,
your department.
let's see. Let's see. So in school and in my department, yes, there are lots of times where I felt like an outsider, and most of the times it's because most of the things I believe are not the things that are like there are some things that I take them like with my old chest that oh this thing is not supposed to be. Why are the people in my department acting this way? And the next thing that will happen is everybody just seclude you, like they just push you to one corner of the whole room. And I'm like, God, and it happened for, a, for several months, and it was not once, it was twice. And I got used to it at a point. I always knew that definitely they will come back. God will touch their heart for me, and that's it. God will touch their heart, and yes,
Okay, so you always waited for God to touch their hearts before everything will go
Yes,
back to place.
definitely. Yeah, always with you.
All right. Okay. So is there something you used to believe strongly? Could be about God or about people or about the world that this season of your life shifted, changed that ideology or that mindset that you had, that you believe strongly.
Yes, yes, yes. I I always thought that, you know, I'm a very innocent child. So I always thought that everybody in this world was nice. I know when you do good to them, they'll definitely do good to you
Halimao.
back. Like I said, I was a very, very innocent child. Very, very innocent. And then I came to my final year, 500 level. I became the general secretary. Lots of people's true colors started showing up, and I was like, God, I never knew you had this in you. I thought you were this kind of person. Like, what's going on? Is the world this corrupt? So yes. I had to change a lot of beliefs about people, especially about people.
Mm.
Moving forward, how did this change of perception about people change the way you interact with them?
Didn't really change. No, like there was a bit of improvement in the sense that for some particular people where I I kind of like I thought I placed them in this kind of high pedestal, like yeah, I already put them in this particular way in my mind, and then I got to this season and they fell my hand. I would it had to like I had to improve on how I communicated with the person. Like unlike before, there were some things I would have done around the person, but learning this truth, seeing this side of the person, I got a better understanding of who they are. Number one, I was able to relate to them better, and there were some things that I had to like cut down on because of the things I've seen about them. So yeah, that was it.
What's that dream or that idea or like, is there something in your heart now that you are looking on to that you did not have, maybe you did not plan for it when you came to anime, but now you have that vision that you are leaving school with? Hmm. Hot seat.
Is it for what is your question that I would say in my place of but I don't know if I can answer this question on camera.
Share with us.
So that dream I'm living Unimed with that I did not arrive with. Number one, there are some things that I did not know I could do, and when I was coming to Unimed, of course. But now, yes, I am going to pursue them
Mm.
every bit of me. Like I'm going to push for it. So yeah, that's just this one.
So we should be expecting a minister.
No, please.
Okay.
Just a total minister, please.
Okay. Oh, we'll see it in 5 years. Alright. So were there seasons in school where your faith felt tested or dry?
Ah, God of mercy. There were lots of it.
Hmm.
Like,
So how did you navigate? Can you just share with us?
well, 100 level was fine. 100 level was very, very beautiful. But when you are entering a department where I have never heard anything about it, like, God, like, I was like, what am I supposed to do in this department? And then there were a lot of ups and downs, and God of mercy. Ah, I really thank God for my sisters. I really, really thank God for my sisters. right from when I was in 200 level, even till now. Once the thing has started again, I will just put a call through to them. I remember when I was in 200 level, I was not even sleeping in my hostel at the point. I was sleeping in one of my sister's house. And then all of us would come together. Hey, what time? Sorry. Like, figure out to do like, sorry. Please, like,
They have some other relationships.
we are going there.
Be fast. Let me be fast.
Let me ask question. So, I have question. So this is it for that, Abby. Well done. Okay, so let's say I've not even finished. Okay, so like I said, there were times when I was not even sleeping in my hostel. I was with my sisters. We would always pray, we would study the word. They would give me word of encouragement. At the point, I was like, "Come on, is there a point? Is there a point to come into this school again? Maybe I should just go." Like, I'm not doing school again. But God, those girls were there for me. Those girls were there for me. So
Final year is heavy. What was your lowest moment and what pulled you through?
please pause.
What was that sound?
Hey, I can't. No, please. I never graduate. I never graduate.
So let's come back and answer.
Please. Before my supervisor sees, I said that okay, like this carry over, you want to carry it for real. It's just a little long. Yeah. I'm even happy that my phone is not on, so she will not call me. Oh my name. So I can't answer.
You don't want to share with us. Oh, deep.
After graduation, after I collect my certificate and the license and everything.
All right. Moving on. Who is the one person in school or outside school that you couldn't have made it without, and why?
Not one person. Actually, there are three.
Okay.
At Ile Josephine, Famadi, Toluwalashe, and Oluwashola Ifulua. Those three girls, those three sisters of mine, God, they are the best. They are the absolute best. They're one of the people that I know that I could always confide in, like anytime, school does its own shenanigans, and you just need someone to talk to or someone to pray for you. And we're always there for each other. It's not just from my own end. Everybody. So yes, those three girls, I love them from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, that's very good. All right. So, in the course of your 5 years in school, how did you manage relationships with the opposite sex?
How did I manage relationship with the opposite sex? I manage it now.
How did you do it?
How did I do it? I don't know. I don't know if there's a way this today, but I don't think I have much. I don't think I have much real friends in uni. No, I don't think. Just a few, and just. But we are just cool. There's nothing there, It's just there. Oh God.
That sounds suspicious. You didn't have much male friends, why?
Yeah. Baba, you men no get boys.
Okay, so indirectly you're saying your fellowship doing well boys.
So we have brothers.
We have brothers in our fellowship
We have brothers in our fellowship.
that are not worth calling friends.
No, I mean,
You said you don't have many male
I
friends.
don't have many.
But you have few.
Yes,
Like how
few
many?
that let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think just 3 actually. That
you
are
mind
like
telling-
close and
Do you mind telling us their names?
no, thank you.
Okay. So were you ever in a romantic relationship or a situationship?
Yes,
Share with us, share with us.
Okay, romantic relationships. No, no.
At all.
Mama, you do situationship now. I
Oh.
mean, but no, please.
Oh, so how was your situationship like? Give us a brief experience.
You people,
Brief.
yeah.
Give us a brief description of what
So,
went down.
it was actually nice. It was actually
Uh
nice. It
um.
was okay. It was okay. It just the other things that had to come first before that. I had other things I needed to focus on. So just had to. Ah, God.
Okay, so like, there's a reason why the situationship did not progress into a relationship.
Can I even call it situationship? No, we are just even friends.
Okay, talking stage.
You know, talking stage. Yes, maybe I say like that. Or I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, you guys are just really
Just yeah,
close.
we're just close
Oh, with
and
the
all.
feelings and all.
Ah,
We understand.
these people want to kill me. Oh.
Okay. Okay, what about relationships with, like, as in friendships, other church members, family and all of that?
Family. I mean, they're my God. I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy. Egbon, Aburo, chop kiss. Yes. So, my family, we're actually very close. Though we don't call every single day. I mean, we don't call every single day, but yeah, there's always this balance. I remember coming to Unimed and me, I'm not really the type of person that likes calling, that kind of thing. Mom was always the one that would reach out, and then once in a while too, I would, mommy, how are you? How are you? So my family were always there for me. They were always supporting me and all.
Okay.
And then, and then for friends, oh God, friends, I had close sisters, and there were also people that I put around me that have shared values, shared morals. Like those are the people I surround myself with. So yes, I was able to balance that up.
Oh, that's very, very beautiful. Okay, so can you just briefly walk us through your academic journey, the highs, the lows, the turning points, the balancing with church, with your personal journey and all of that?
Okay, so academic journey was okay. My 100 level was it was actually very nice. Though I was not really that stable in church. I was still trying to like find my feet around a lot of things. The 200 level it was good. 200 level was a whole lot.
Was the ghetto.
It was it was a whole lot, and I could remember I was telling my sisters that the church was always like, apart from being with them, the church was always my safest space. The church was always my safest space, and I was always able to like balance it up. So and then 300 level 2 came. It had its own. There were a lot of ups and downs, and God has always come through. Even in my 200 level, I could remember a lot of times I would just go to God and be like, God, what is this? Like, I was like, God, I need you in this situation. I need you like I need you here right now, right now, right now, right now. And God has always come through for me. So that was 200 level and 300 level. 400 level, I did my first semester in school. It was actually very, very nice. It had its own too, but it was very nice. God helped me. My academics was God. I mean, God. Academic life was a lot. It was a lot, and God has always come through for me. And my second semester, I didn't even did it. I didn't do it in Unimed. I went for Cyrus for 6 months, and it was a very, very beautiful experience. It was a very, very beautiful experience. And I always tell my sister that there are some things that you don't need to be taught in Unimed. You have to just experience them yourself. You have to just experience them yourself. And while I was there, honestly speaking, I can actually say that it was one of the times where I got to like experience God more, like more, because it was really, really challenging. I mean, going out, that was the first time I understood what it means to be in a working class setting. You wake up very early in the morning, you come home very late in the night. There were a lot of insecurities where I was doing my sideways. I was traveling a lot, traveling a whole lot. I had plenty things and closer to God at that moment, because there's no other person I want to run to. There was no other person I want to run to. It was not like I was in Unimed where I was working in a big company and I was seeing a lot of things were seeing me. And I was like, Jesus, what's this? What's this? What's this? Is this what people are saying in the outside world and they're not telling me in Unimed? Ah, good. And I really got close to God that moment. And yeah, at 500 level. Thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. That's all I can say. Thank God. Yes.
All right. So our last question for you today. Apart from academics and probably being a leader, what else has life in Unimed taught you?
What else? Um, it taught me a lot. It taught me a whole lot. It taught me how to relate with people.
Okay.
I didn't know how to relate with people at all. And then it taught me how to come out of my comfort zone. Yes, how to come out of my comfort zone, because I was a very shy person. I didn't know how to look at the crowd. I can remember when I was in secondary school, I had the chance of becoming the chapel prefect at the point. But every single time I go up on the auditorium to lead the students, because I went to a public school and well, plenty, like 3,000, yeah, in senior secondary. So every single time I go up there, like I would just lose my voice and nobody would, even with the microphone, nobody would hear me. And the people are shouting from the, secondary school, everybody was start shouting from the bar, what kind of girl are you, blah 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 blah. So in Unimed, I was able to come out of that comfort zone, and I learned how to even face people, like talk to people one on one, look at them. I didn't know how to look at people in their eye. God, I was sharing people's eye that time. A lot of things. In fact, Unimed has taught me a lot of things. How to handle people, how to understand people better. God, Unimed has taught me that thing. So yeah, many more.
What traditions, programs, or events in RCF do you think must never die and why?
Worship concerts, programs, like word and prayer conference. Yes. Freshers, yes, freshers week or freshers weekend, anyone that's going to be. Um, Once in a while, cultural Sunday. Oh God, I really love cultural Sunday. I really love cultural Sunday. And traditions that RCF that should never die. To that Thanksgiving service, I don't know. There's something about Thanksgiving service in RCF that God, it's something unique. I don't think I've ever experienced something like that anywhere. Anyway, it's something unique, and traditions like that should never die, never die. And there are other things. Yeah, there are other things.
So we are at the end of our interview. Thank you for being on our hot seat today. For joining us today. So good to have you.
It's a very huge privilege, a very big honor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right.